Bonsoir, bonsoir. Ici Young Pulse. Je suis actuellement au Djoon en compagnie de notre invité de ce soir, Monsieur Late Nite Tuff Guy. So LNTG. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's the first time that we meet each other. And so, where are you from?
Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it your first time here in Paris?
Not my first time in Paris, but my first time as Late Nite Tuff Guy in Paris, yes.
What was your first name? The name that people knew you from?
My first DJ, well, I still use the same I have two DJ names, and the very first one was DJ HMC. And I played around throughout the 90s as DJ HMC throughout Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the type of music that you were doing at that time?
Mainly techno.
Okay.
And a little bit of house. So yeah, just playing. And I mainly played in Germany.
Okay.
And the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, and a few gigs in France.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. First time tonight at Djoon Club, and you're gonna play some of your new re-edits in disco. Mm-hmm. So what took you to do re-edits and remixes of disco and new disco?
I love disco music. I love soul and funk. Around the year 2000, I stopped DJing and stopped playing techno and house, and was not really even listening to it. I was a little bit tired. I stopped DJing, and I spent a lot of time on my own and listening to a lot of old disco and funk, and especially a lot of soul, like Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and Earth, Wind and Fire, like the classic soul. And just gradually this love for the music came, and reminded me of when I was very young.
Yeah.
And I thought, when I started DJing about a year and a half later, I thought, I want to play this kind of music. I don't really want to play house and techno. So I started to re-edit some of the things so I could mix them easier. And basically, that's very much how it started.
How many re-edits or reworks or remixes can we find under the name of LNTG?
There's hundreds. Well, there's probably 100 online.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's like maybe 500 in my computer.
Whoa.
But a lot of them are still not finished.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm hoping to get them finished. I haven't had any time recently, yes. But soon.
Yeah, because you're touring a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
One night in the disco, in the disco, in the disco, in the disco. One night in the disco, in the disco.
How do you usually produce your remixes? Do you have the separate tracks? Do you use the main stereo tracks from the masters? How do you usually do?
It's different all the time. Sometimes I have the tracks, the stems or the masters, but they're very hard to come by, very hard to find. So it's much nicer, much easier to work when you have the masters. But usually it'll be just from an instrumental and an a cappella. I think that way it creates, it's much easier to work. You have less to work with.
Yes.
Therefore, I think it's much easier to do.
So from all the re-edits and the reworks that you've done, did any of the original artists, ever contacted you to do something more official, or just to give a feedback?
I've had many new bands come to me and ask for remixes of their new material, but nothing from like the old school, like the old edits. Let's say maybe Earth, Wind and Fire, or nothing from anybody. But I would love that.
What are the next projects that you're working on?
Oh shit, an album.
Okay.
Yeah, working to do like a Late Nite Tuff Guy album with singers. So it'll be original music with singers and musicians. So bass players, guitarists, and keyboards. So, but it's been a difficult process because I haven't had time to spend on it. But when I get home, I will put more effort into trying to get this finished. So hopefully by Christmas time, that will be finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it will be like house music, or
it'll be a mixture of house and modern disco.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll try to get like because I love the original feel of original disco. So I'll try to maybe capture that feel, but a very modern sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Is there like one track that you really want to remix or re-edit, or some stuff that you've not done and that you really want to do? Or an artist you want to approach to work with?
Oh, there's plenty. I would love to work with Prince. Who wouldn't?
Not a bad choice.
Yeah. You know, he's amazing. A particular track, I don't know if there's a particular track that I would, that really enters my mind at the moment, but yeah. To work with Prince, or even someone like Giorgio Moroder, you know, and Nile Rodgers, you know, these people are amazing. Yeah. They very much influence what I try to put through as an artist and a DJ. Yeah.
Enchanté.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enchanté.